Hello, this is Geeks Assembled Audio Heads, and today Lee and me and a cast of five are working on an audio adventure done by Big Finish,
Mm.
which to me was the most surprising part of this whole shebang. And it was Judge Dredd
Yeah.
and Wanted, Dredd or Alive. And it was directed by Nicholas Briggs because he like basically is like everywhere at Big Finish. It's his deal. And and it was starring Toby Longworth, Claire Buckfield, Teresa Gallagher, Regina Regan, Jeremy James, and Stuart Alexander. And we'll get to more of that in the middle of this podcast.
Mhm.
Um, just out of curiosity. Oh yeah, it was recorded in 2002. So this was just after they basically founded the company. Well, the company was a whopping 3 years old.
Mhm.
And so anyway, it's really cool. I'm just gonna ask Lee, what's your opening thoughts, mate?
I am the law.
Oh,
There
oh,
you go. Judge Dredd. It's a character. What you guys over there are most probably not familiar. Well, you're only familiar with the Stallone movie and the Carl Urban movie. Um,
I guess
uh,
we're gonna be reviewing the Carl Urban movie later on this
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. Um, yeah.
But yeah,
It's
you're right about the difference.
the comic book character created in 1977 for a British comic. So Judge Dredd is British, but an American character. Um, for the 2000 AD comic, um, as you asked earlier in the week, what is 2000 AD, Susan?
Yeah, I
Um,
thought that was the recording company or whatever.
no, that was the comic owns the rights to the character Dredd. Um, yeah, so the character's been around since 1977. In comic book form, graphic novel form. Um, so we had mid in the was it in the 90s we had the lackluster Stallone movie. Then we had these 20 audios from Big Finish, and then they stopped. And I'm wondering maybe they stopped because of the Carl Urban movie what was in production. Things happen like that, don't they? The license is taken away because of they're redoing it as a movie or things like that.
I don't think you can buy them on their website anymore.
Mm, no, no. So yeah, it was. I just fancied doing it, because I've never listened to these. Um, I used to read the comics back in the day, when I was a bit younger, and Dredd was always a great character. He um, he didn't give a flying rat's ass how he enforced the law. Um, this is why he became one of the most famous judges. And this story, Wanted, Dread or Alive, does does capture the feel of the comic. It's it,
Oh
it
yeah?
it's it's set out like a comic strip interwoven with the news reports
Yeah.
from Enigma Smith,
Hmm.
the newscaster. Um, and you get the feel of the sort of a comic strip, but it brought to life. Um, on the story, yeah, it's Judge Dredd goes on the rampage, seemingly under the influence of the mad judge disease, going after the the new boss at the Friends um, syndicate, and also he's under his wing. He's got a new rookie
Mm-hmm.
who's is going to be under appraisal when he says, yeah, you're fine to go forward to be a judge. Similar thing that what happens in the Cal Urban movie.
Yeah.
So what we say, we've got Toby Longworth playing Judge Dredd in this, and Toby Longworth has appeared in many audio dramas, especially for Big Finish and others, and he is a great voice actor. And he brings Judge Dredd to life. The gruffness and the couldn't give a damn. And it's you just get the feel of how he's riding the cities, the mega city one, dirty streets on his bike, even if it is audio. It's a good little story. I mean, it's only what an hour, just over an hour long,
Uh-huh.
um, but it's full of action and you get to feel for the characters. There's not that many characters in it. So you've got Cadet Steele, played by Claire Buckfield, uh, Judge Hershey, Enigma Smith, and all the rest are like just supporting characters.
Yeah.
Um, you've got the boss, and you've got Cosmo.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, it's a good start to a short-lived audio series, really. But it's just nice to bring this character, like bring it out of the pages of the comic, bring it to life, give it more dimension, even if it is in audio. And if you could, you imagine, because the what Judge Dredd looks like, clad in his
Yeah.
leather, the helmet, the
the
helmet,
helmet with the
yeah,
crossing red bands.
the helmet that he never takes off. Um,
But
that's
I mean, it's not just a helmet. It's a distinctive helmet
yeah,
in that it seems like it's all one piece with crossing red bands.
yeah, and so you never really see it visually in the comics or well, you shouldn't in the movies. Um,
Except
take
for
his helmet.
Stallone.
That's why the Stallone one stunk. But
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard people bitching about that since it came out.
it upset a lot of fans when the helmet came off. Um, yeah, it's a good crime drama. So with great supporting characters. So over to you, Susan.
Yeah, my enjoyment of this, uh first of all, Nicholas Briggs can do no wrong in my eyes. Second of all, the though I didn't recognize him from, Star Wars and from the other things that he's done,
Hmm.
Hitchhiker's Guide, on the quaternary, tertiary, quinterary, and heptary. I don't know. Anyway, he did a lot of stuff as Vogons and as Wildbagger, the infinitely sane. I don't really, I didn't recognize him as that voice. However, you know, um, did a really excellent job as this Judge Dredd character. And before this weekend, I'd really never, dug into Judge Dredd. He's an interesting character.
Mm.
He comes with a lot of baggage. because he just doesn't what is it called? What do you Brits say? He doesn't suffer fools gladly.
True.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not someone who you can negotiate with. That's what I. That's the way that kind of sound. And and he he has a very exemplary, making an example of himself, an exemplary form of educating his new rookie partners. I mean, he doesn't give much explanation. He doesn't have very many lines in the movie, but in this one he does actually speak more. And in this one there's a lot more, you could see how they were using right sound stuff with very high sibilance, and the the brightness of the voices and the brightness of the noise and the soundscape to create the same kind of brightness and flare and flash and action that's on a comic page. And that was really interesting. And the other thing that was fun um was the what's it called, the sleep machine disorder. I thought that was really cool because I use a CPAP, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I can see where that might turn. You could turn that shit into something fucking crazy. I mean, you really could. And
So
I
you
know
get
I'm not the only podcaster who uses a CPAP, but um, the other one who uses a CPAP that I've just recently been seeing a lot of pictures of is President Biden. So, if President Biden has sleep machine disorder and I have sleep machine disorder, I'm in great company. And so is the judge. And that's why we can sleep short amounts of time and get a ton done, a fuck
mhm.
ton done. So yeah, yeah. And I think that was just that I thought that was just the coolest thing. What a great you know MacGuffin, or what a great mulligan. Anyway, something. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know, Geez, it's like and that kind of I mean, that kind of bringing it home to roost, that's fun. And I just, I got a lot out of I got a lot out of the listening to it. And I thought that, you know, I think that he is a lot, Dredd is a lot like uh what's his name? That one Briscoe, and or or uh Dirty Harry,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, or Cool Hand Luke. I mean, he's got like that riding into town, busting ass, and the transport, or excuse me, the one with Liam Neeson. What's that one?
Oh, Taken.
The Taken fellow,
Mm.
the one with the particular set of skills. Yeah. So Yeah, the voice that they did, I like the voices. I liked pretty much every little bit of this.
Mm.
And I just want to really, I would encourage everybody to listen to these. Um, they, even though you can't download them off the Big Finish website, I'm sure you can find them elsewhere on the internet, maybe on YouTube or maybe on something else, maybe the archive or whatever. So I just encourage you to go forward and find them and enjoy them.
Dig deep, and delve in
Dig
there.
deep and yeah, and so over to you, Lee. What are your favorite bits and what are the things that you noticed or
I like the way that the boss of the Friends Syndicate,
uh-huh.
spelt with a Z, Friends.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
No D, just a Z.
no, there is a D. There's no I in it. It's Friends. Friends. Um,
Oh, there is? Oh.
Come to think we can use Dredd to their advantage. The way he is acting up as a mad judge, threatening people, and it's the way the criminal mind works. But also, when the judge went to the confessional,
Mm-hmm.
he was confessing everything,
Yeah.
um, and then made that the citizen strip naked and took all his took all his clothes. Um, and then then he got a new face.
Huh.
Don't do things by after Joe Dredd.
Right.
Um, yeah, but then spoilers, of course. It was all a ploy between Dredd and Judge Hershey, who was in on it all.
Oh yeah.
Um, it was a tactic to get closer to the criminals, which he did do,
Uh-huh.
um, but not keeping the cadet informed or anything like that. She didn't know what was going on. Um,
And she was British. Like she came from Britsit.
Britsit.
Yeah, like it sounds like Brexit. I was like, what the hell? Brexit?
Well,
No, they can't
no,
have known about that.
yeah, but this was recorded before Brexit.
I know. So
Uh,
that's why I was like, what the hell?
But so it's mostly shortened and abbreviated from British City, Britsit.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Um, yeah, because when I first said it, I thought, did they say Brexit?
That's exactly
Brexit.
precisely. That's what I'm saying.
So I had to pause it, just go back a little bit. No, it said Britsit. Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
But you get you get the size as well, even if it's on audio. You get the size of Mega City One as being huge.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the movies could do it better with visual, but you still get the feel that it's a dirty, run-down place on Earth,
Uh-huh.
full of the criminals like the boss, which was a very strange reveal who the boss was.
Yeah.
With the voice manipulator and all like that, and then it turns out it was a girl, which
Yep.
I didn't see that coming.
No. Yeah.
So in control of that syndicate, it was just, oh well, yeah. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it, and say with Toby Long with just eating the audio scenery with the deranged Dread. He was just threatening everyone, and it was great fun. So, anything what sticks out for you, Susan?
Well, he was bonkers, and yeah,
Yeah.
the girl was came out of the blue,
Yeah.
and the um Judge Hershey had me fooled. I mean, I didn't see that whole thing, that whole setup.
Yeah.
And that's fun because, some things are like the Batman comics, they'll show you what happened and you come from an omniscient point of view.
Yeah.
But what's kind of fun about Judge Dredd is that you don't have an omniscient point of view.
That's
And
true.
that's just a wrench. And then yeah, Steele was a good partner. I like how he in the two things that we listened to this week, it's Dredd and Steele, and
Yeah.
or Dredd and the other lady. We we see sort of a similar dynamic to the way that this podcast is going. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's just coincidence, really. Because
just coincidence, right?
we've never heard the audio before, so we didn't know that.
No, I know,
Um,
but it's just coincidence, right?
it is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right. Anyway, and the hover ship, and I mean I guess it's a big thing, like the hover ship kind of in my mind because it sounded like that thing from Unit or
Hmm.
that thing from the Avengers, one of those great big sort of Harrier jump jets or whatever with all those shit. I don't know. Anyway, that was fun. And uh yeah, like I love how they use broccoli as the name. I mean, like talk about a throw to James Bond.
There was, what was it, Flabby Broccoli,
Uh-huh.
was it? And, oh, what was the other one? Some of was it Clancy Brown District?
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking, and there was another one as well, another district, and I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, just put a few names in there.
Uh-huh. And yeah, Boss was cool. And go ahead.
Hmm?
Keep going.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
no,
Please
no, you was
continue.
doing your bits of your favourite bits. Um, the say with the new with Enigma Smith, I did like the good news, and it goes hooray.
Yeah.
And then bad news. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we had that's how the news were told on the TV. I like that. I thought that was a good the way they did that. So comic book like.
Mhm.
It. I, I'll tell you now. Big Finish get these licenses. I mean, they lose the licenses every so often, so they can't produce things like this, or Sapphire and Steel, or Tomorrow People.
Avengers or
Yeah,
Stargate or
yeah. But what they produce,
uh-huh.
when they do have the license,
Uh-huh.
they never fail.
Uh-huh.
I can't think of any license they've had what has
Uh-huh.
failed. They've always produced 100% great audio drama.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's so even they get, as I said, they get these things, but they lose them, which is a thing of the business, I suppose. Um, it's a shame, say with Dread, but you have got 22, 24 audios what they produced between 2002 and 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few there. And I think that's why maybe the license was taken off them because of the production of the Dredd movie.
Yeah,
So
I think you're right.
this is what happens. I mean, there was taken the Tomorrow People license was taken off them because I think there was talking about making a new series of that. It never happened.
Yeah.
Uh, you but they've got loads of things out there what they could produce, get licenses for. I just hope they carry on with some of the ones they're already doing. So it's a shame that they don't do Dredd anymore. So, but apart from that, it was a good listen, and it
Is
didn't
there
drag.
um is there any other 2080 comic books that you would like to see turned into audios? Do you know of any other
Well,
titles or
there is
characters?
there did. I think there's in this 22 to 24 audios. I think there's two or three where Judge Dredd's not in them. It's another characters out the comic of 2000 AD characters comics. Um, Strontium Dog, I think, is one of them. He's from 2000 AD.
Okay.
I'm sure when I was looking at the list that he appears in a couple instead of Judge Dredd.
Oh,
Um, I think I don't know if it was Sam and Peg who played him
hmm.
in that, but yeah, there's a hell of a lot of characters from 2000 AD.
Oh,
I
cool.
mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's still in publication. I think it must be, even even if it's just like graphic novels or online now. But do people still buy comics?
You
You
do.
know, yeah. I don't think they used to be as big as they were, though, are they?
I don't really know.
It's all internet online stuff now, isn't it?
I don't really know because I haven't actually bought a comic book since before the pandemic.
Yeah,
I kind of lost focus in that.
like many people.
It became all about the telly or the or movies,
Yeah,
films.
I
I
do
don't know.
like. I do like the way the. I mean, it did in the comics as well, but they keep the name of Dred Scott as the lawgiver.
Yeah,
The god, and it has different things to different settings,
yeah,
um, which is a great science fiction because it works so well. But
yeah.
yeah,
It was written by a guy named David Bishop, and apparently he wasn't familiar
mm,
with writing for audio. He'd written some TV or something, and so I mean he had the literary ability to write good dialogue, write good action. But this is his first time writing for audio adventures, and
he
I
did
just
all right.
you wouldn't know it, would you?
No, no, you
Uh,
wouldn't.
yeah. So what? Is there anything else about Judge Dredd and the Wanted Dredd or Alive?
No, I think it's a damn fine audio drama. 100% quality from Big
It
Finish.
took an hour. Did it seem like it was over too fast or too long or what?
Well, it didn't drag, because sometimes they can drag, but say it was just over an hour. I thought that was the ideal length. If it was longer, it might you might have I might have started to wander off and do something else.
Hmm.
An hour for this sort of story, a comic strip story, is just the right length of time.
Yeah, it's a bit like the space monster or whatever, the meat story,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beast from space, or
yeah.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think it was Adil
Star
went.
Beast. Jeez, trying to remember. God, okay, go
Yeah,
for it.
you just, for me, it's just the way you get the essence of Dredd just through audio, through the voice, and then you just visualize the how he looks with the great big shoulder pad, eagle shoulder pads, and the black leather,
Mm-hmm.
and you just what a great character.
Yeah,
And it's a shame that they haven't that character hasn't done much in the visuals, the visual medium,
yeah.
which is a surprise since he's been going since 1977.
I know. I mean, he's only had what,
Two
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 movies
movies and these audios. That's
and
it.
no TV show.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
So
that's a good question.
maybe it's all down to license and copyrights. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good audio.
Yeah, I agree. What would you score it out of 10?
Well, seeing as it's my first Judge Dredd, and I liked it so much, I'm setting the standards high on this one. So
Mhm.
it's going to be 10 lawgivers out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give this a nine steel encased crotch rocket motorcycles out of 10. I think that his mode of transportation and his you know deadpan. I mean, some of the lines are really really funny,
Mhm.
but I mean, these things are delivered with such
Seriousness.
seriousness. Yes,
Yeah.
they didn't take the mick out of any part of the whole story, so that was good. And yeah, I was like, what if there's acid rain and they're riding their cycles through it? I felt really bad for these guys, the police in that time.
Yeah.
But he's I mean, he and his uh the two rookies from the two things that we're reviewing this weekend. I just hope that they weren't that there wasn't ever anything that was overtly racist in this, because that's the thing that gets me.
Mm.
I mean, I am a staunch Black Lives Matter person, and so I mean, Judge Dredd could be thought of as really fucking cool propaganda from a certain point of view,
Yeah.
because it is. He is a pretty fucking cool cop. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening to our podcast. Thanks for listening all the way till right now.
Yeah.
Please, please do share this widely. I mean, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just interact with it, because that's how we get seen on the algorithm. And make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for all of our subscribers and those who've hit the bell notification. We'd just like to thank you for doing that, and you'll receive notifications of all the fun podcasts that we put out. And Lee and I are going to be reviewing Dread the movie, so please just enjoy that
Mhm.
podcast that's coming up and join us if you will. We had Ethan on last week. That was really fun. We've had Alex on for a couple of these things at random times, so that's always fun. We'd love to have you. We'd love to invite you to join, but we're just going to continue on and Just do a million of these. And we're coming up on 1,000 videos. So we'd, it's just, in terms of geek cred, that's, that's the shit, man. And, yeah, please, like, put, put the slow-mo down before you pick up your sleep machine. Okay. That's my little PSA.
Right.
Drugs are fun, but you can't do two at once. Put the slow-mo down before you pick up your sleep machine. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Thanks for watching.